Have you ever felt an overwhelming sense of loneliness? Not because you're physically alone, but because your soul feels disconnected from the world around you? Have you ever questioned why such isolation seems to linger, even when you long for connection and understanding? Could it be that your loneliness is not a punishment, but a divine preparation for something much greater? For those who walk the path of spiritual awakening, the experience of loneliness can be a profound and transformative journey. It is often during these moments of isolation that the deepest growth occurs, leading to the realization of a divine purpose and a deeper connection with one's true essence. This video explores the concept of spiritual loneliness, the process of growth and refinement that comes with it, and how embracing this solitude can ultimately lead to greater self-discovery, healing, and fulfillment. If you feel like you are a chosen one, someone who has been called to a higher purpose, your path may seem uniquely challenging. But what if this isolation, this spiritual loneliness, is actually preparing you for your ultimate destiny? How can this period of solitude transform you into the person you were meant to become? And what can you learn from this phase that will enable you to fulfill your divine calling? Loneliness as preparation for growth. Spiritual loneliness is often misunderstood. It is not a punishment or a sign of failure, but rather a necessary phase of preparation and transformation. The experience of loneliness can be both daunting and enlightening, but it is essential to recognize that it plays a vital role in shaping your future. When you feel isolated, it may seem like the world around you is continuing to spin while you are left behind. The people you once knew may seem to move forward in their own lives, while you remain stagnant in your own emotional and spiritual world. However, this period of solitude is not one of abandonment, but of divine preparation. During these moments of loneliness, your soul is being refined and equipped for your divine purpose. Just like a seed that needs to be buried in the darkness of the earth before it can sprout and grow, your isolation is creating the necessary space for you to develop the strength, wisdom, and clarity you need to fulfill your mission. It is a time to process old wounds, confront your fears, and understand the deeper truths about who you are. This period of spiritual isolation is a phase of intense inner work, but it is also a necessary step toward a much greater purpose. The loneliness you experience serves to strip away distractions and bring you closer to your true self. As painful as it may feel in the moment, it is in this silence that you are being prepared for something greater. Spiritual isolation, a call for inner focus. Spiritual isolation is not just about being physically alone. It is about feeling disconnected from the world around you, even while it continues to turn. It is an emotional and spiritual state in which you feel separated from others and misunderstood in your deeper aspirations and beliefs. While the world may be filled with noise and activity, you may find yourself in a place of stillness, trying to hear your own voice over the chaos of the external world. This feeling of isolation can create an opportunity for profound spiritual growth. When you are isolated from the distractions of society, you are given the space to focus inward, to listen to your own inner voice, and to hear the divine guidance that has been waiting for you to acknowledge. In solitude, you can cultivate self-awareness and deepen your connection with your higher self. While it may be difficult to endure, spiritual isolation allows you to gain clarity about your purpose and direction. Without the noise of the outside world, you can tune in more closely to your intuition, spiritual insights, and the subtle guidance of the divine. This time is essential for your spiritual evolution, as it forces you to confront yourself in ways that would not be possible if you were constantly surrounded by external distractions. In moments of spiritual isolation, you are learning to trust yourself, to trust the divine, and to prepare for the future relationships and experiences that are meant to align with your soul's purpose. Divine refinement process. Strengthening through solitude. When we look at the great spiritual figures throughout history, many of them experienced profound periods of solitude and isolation before fulfilling their destinies. Take Moses, who spent 40 years in the wilderness before leading the Israelites to freedom, or David, who was isolated as a shepherd before becoming a king. These periods of solitude were not accidents but essential parts of their spiritual refinement. Similarly, chosen ones today undergo periods of isolation as part of their divine refinement process. These times of solitude serve as a fire of refinement, burning away old beliefs, negative energies, and emotional baggage that no longer serve your divine purpose. Just as gold is refined in fire, your character, faith, and spiritual strength are being purified and strengthened during these times of solitude. During these periods, it can often feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and the challenges you face seem insurmountable. However, these experiences are transforming you into the person you need to be in order to fulfill your divine mission. The solitude you endure strengthens your resolve and deepens your connection to the divine, preparing you for the future roles and responsibilities that await you. Healing through solitude. Confronting wounds and insecurities. Loneliness often forces us to confront the wounds, fears, and insecurities that we would rather ignore. When we are alone with our thoughts, we can no longer hide from the emotional pain that we carry with us. These wounds, whether from past experiences or unhealed trauma, come to the surface during moments of solitude, demanding our attention. It is through this confrontation with our inner pain that healing occurs. The loneliness you experience becomes an opportunity to address and release old emotional scars, making way for transformation. Instead of numbing your feelings or distracting yourself with external activities, you are invited to sit with your emotions, reflect on their origins, and begin the healing process. Solitude can be painful because it forces you to look inward, but it is also where true growth happens. It is through confronting your fears and wounds that you gain the strength to overcome them. As you release these old burdens, you make room for new growth, new possibilities, and a deeper understanding of your true self. In healing your wounds, you are not only growing emotionally, but spiritually as well. The process of healing through solitude prepares you for the greater purpose you are destined to fulfill, allowing you to embrace your authentic self with greater confidence and clarity. Emotional and spiritual fatigue. Finding renewal in faith, spiritual loneliness, and isolation can take a toll on your emotional and physical well-being. The spiritual burden of feeling misunderstood, coupled with the weight of your divine mission, can lead to persistent exhaustion. While physical rest may be needed, true renewal comes from spiritual reconnection. When you are carrying the weight of your spiritual journey, it can be easy to become weary, feeling as though the path ahead is too difficult to continue. However, it is in these moments of fatigue that you are called to reconnect with your spiritual practices. Meditation, prayer, and time spent in communion with the divine are essential to restoring your energy and bringing you back into alignment with your purpose. The fatigue you experience is a natural part of the spiritual journey. It is a sign that you are being refined and prepared for greater things. Through spiritual renewal, you regain the strength to continue your path, knowing that each step is leading you closer to your divine purpose. Authenticity and depth. Seeking meaningful connections as a chosen one, you are likely to find that superficial connections no longer satisfy you. The desire for authenticity and depth in your relationships becomes overwhelming. While many people seek fleeting connections or engage in surface-level interactions, you long for relationships that are grounded in truth, understanding, and shared spiritual values. However, the depth you seek is not always available in the world around you. Many people may not be ready to connect on the same level of spiritual awareness and authenticity, which can lead to feelings of frustration and isolation. This can make the path of a chosen one feel particularly lonely, as it seems that no one truly understands the depth of your journey. It is important to remember that your quest for meaningful relationships is not in vain. Trust that, in time, you will attract people who resonate with your energy and share your spiritual goals. Until then, embrace the solitude as a time of growth and preparation for the authentic relationships that will come. The role of faith. Trusting the divine plan. Faith is a crucial component of the chosen one's journey. During periods of spiritual loneliness and isolation, it can be easy to question your purpose, and whether the path you are on is worth the struggle. However, it is in these moments of uncertainty that your faith is tested and strengthened. Trust that God is guiding and shaping you, even when the journey feels lonely and uncertain. Your value lies not in external validation or societal approval, but in your faithfulness to your divine mission. The trials you face are part of the divine plan, and they are shaping you for a greater purpose that will unfold in time. Breaking free from external expectations, aligning with your divine purpose, the world around you may pressure you to conform, to fit in, and to follow societal expectations. However, as a chosen one, your path is not about conforming to these external standards. Your journey is about aligning with your divine purpose and living authentically, regardless of what the world expects of you. Solitude allows you to detach from these external pressures and reconnect with your true essence. By embracing your divine calling, you break free from the limitations of societal expectations and begin to live in alignment with your soul's purpose. Transformation and self-discovery. Discovering your true self-loneliness is a powerful tool for self-discovery. It forces you to look inward and question your values, passions, and desires. During this time, you can uncover the deepest parts of yourself, your true calling, and your soul's mission. As you grow and heal, you become more aligned with your authentic self, and you prepare for the relationships and experiences that reflect your true nature. This process of self-discovery is an essential part of your spiritual journey. It helps you clarify your goals, desires, and the path you are meant to walk. As you embrace your solitude, you will find that the answers you seek are already within you, waiting to be uncovered. Through solitude, resilience, wisdom, and spiritual strength. Solitude is often seen as a burden, but it is actually a gift that develops resilience, wisdom, and spiritual strength. During this time, you are building the foundation for your future success, preparing for the relationships, opportunities, and experiences that will come when you are ready. Rather than viewing loneliness as a negative experience, recognize it as an investment in your future. This time of solitude is nurturing your faith, deepening your connection with the divine, and preparing you to fulfill your divine mission. Community of chosen ones. You are not alone while your journey may feel solitary. You are not alone. Many others are walking the path of spiritual growth and transformation, and they too experience the challenges of isolation. By connecting with like-minded souls, you can find support, encouragement, and understanding. The community of chosen ones is vast, and by joining together, you can lift each other up and move forward in your spiritual journeys. Final reflections. Embrace your path.